Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin. Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. Oh, no, not again. I don't understand. Every day it's the same. Poop or scoop?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. So, let's get straight to our first animal. Poop or Scoop? The panda bear has 6 fingers. That must make it easier to do math. If you believe that the panda bear has 6 fingers, go scoop. If that story doesn't add up, go poop. And the answer is, it's the straight scoop. The panda bear's front paws have a 6th finger, which is used like a thumb to help pry open bamboo for eating. Okay, here's the next one. Poop or scoop? Most species of birds eat only once a week. What do you think? If you think that birds only eat once a week, it's scoop. If not, it's poop. Bird poop in this case. And the answer is poop, pure poop. In fact, birds eat much more than once a week. Because flying takes so much energy, some birds eat up to half their body weight in food each and every day. Moving right along, poop or scoop? The horseshoe crab isn't really a crab at all. Any ideas? If you don't believe the horseshoe crab is really a crab, go scoop. If not, go poop. In fact, it's the straight scoop. The horseshoe crab is related to the scorpion, so it's a member of the spider family and isn't a crab at all. Okay, here's another. Poop or scoop? The world's largest animal, the giant blue whale, feeds on the world's smallest animal. Do you believe that? If you think the blue whale feeds on the world's smallest animal, then scoop it is. If you ain't swallowing that story, then it must be poop. And the answer is, it's the straight scoop. The giant blue whale is the world's largest animal. Its tongue's the size of an elephant, and it feeds on microscopic zooplankton, the world's smallest animal. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only 1 right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
Haunted house party.
and welcome to Haunted House Party, where the ghouls and goblin festivity has just begun. Our historical, as well as deceased, guest of honor at tonight's Fright Affair is... Oh no, I think I'm dying again. You'll have to figure out who the mystery guest is. Yourself.
Oh, this is some party. Reminds me of the one I threw back at Independence Hall in Philly. Of course, everyone there was alive. Well, my good man, how are you this fine and dreary evening?
I beg your pardon?
Oh my, sorry, milady, I'm not wearing my bifocals, which I, of course, invented. Perhaps I might interest you in an evening's walk, as it's a beautiful night for kite flying.
You couldn't pay me enough to go out in a night like this.
What if I were to give you this $100 bill? It's got my picture on it.
Well, I do declare.
A declaration? Let me sign it immediately. Like the one I signed in 1776.
Who do you think you are?
Why, I'm...
Wait! Let's review the clues. He signed a famous declaration in 1776. He invented bifocals so people could see both near and far. He flew a kite into a lightning storm to attract electricity, and his face is on the $100 bill, even though he was never President of the United States. That's right, he's...
I'm Benjamin Franklin. Now, if you don't mind, the lady and I must get back to the party and boogie.
That's all for now. See you next time on the Haunted House Party.
Who's got the next game? Next game coming up. Game cartridge loading. Check. Distraction news on the air in 3, 2, 1.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Doris Marmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news and then ask you 5 questions about what we've just reported. So make sure you're not distracted. Now, for our top story today, how we speak. The voice box, or larynx, is located at the top of your windpipe, or trachea. As you breathe out, the air passes through the voice box and vibrates the vocal cords. When you breathe out without speaking, the gap between the vocal cords is large, so there is no voiced sound. When you speak, the voice box narrows, and the cords vibrate, making different sounds when you speak, like hee or or making all the different sounds you need for speech involves moving the lips, tongue, and teeth. For example, separating your lips while you blow out makes a p or p sound. Doing the same thing while vibrating your vocal cords makes a b or b sound. When your voice box or larynx becomes irritated or infected, you get laryngitis. Laryngitis makes your voice sound hoarse, like this. Okay, now let's see how well you were able to remember the facts, and be sure to count how many you got right. The voice box is also known as the larynx, the lasagna, or the throat speaker. The answer is the larynx. The larynx is on top of the windpipe, also known as the breath tube, the trachea, or the air bone. The answer is the trachea. When you speak, the voice box narrows and the cords do what? Gargle, go to the Bahamas, or vibrate. The answer is vibrate. You need the lips, tongue, and teeth to make what? Funny faces, humongous bubblegum bubbles, or words. The correct answer is words. And finally, when you get laryngitis, how does your voice sound? Crispy, extra crispy, or hoarse? The answer is horse. That's horse with an A, not like the animal. So, how did you do? Must have an oat caught in my throat. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but remember, don't let anything distract you from watching Distraction News. So long.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Watch your backs. Coming through, coming through. Please. Game time in 10 seconds. Radio Scramble. Radio KBOX.
Asta pasta, my fellow freakoramas. This is your radio scramble head hoo-ha, Jumpin' Johnny Jumble. Or as we say here,
Jumpin' Johnny Jellybum.
that's because here at Scramblin' Radio, we mess with words and it's up to you to unmess them. In other words, my name is really
Jumpin' Johnny Jumble.
and that's how it works. Sassy sounds and splintered words that you have to unscramble with the letters we'll be flinging out at you. Let's get this carousel spinning with Zoldar and his million-seller Try Show.
Been around a long, long time, and I've seen some crazy things. I'm a personal friend of the presidents and the ancient queens and kings. I saw Columbus sailing in. I was there when men got wings. 'Cause I'm Try Show. Ancient Try Show, true American Try Show, everyone's Try Show.
Zowie, that was Zoldar with their Bafo Biggie History. Did you get that one, baby? Oh, yeah. Hey, boys and girls, if getting beat up regularly by the local thug is starting to get you down, then it's time you try some good old American Trika.
If you're scrawny and couldn't feel weaker, you should take a class in Trika. So when that bully takes your snack, you can use Trika to get it back.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how big the creep or how scrawny you are, Trika can even things up quick. Remember, whether you kick or chop, you'll look like a hero in no time with karate. Can you dig it? And now it's time for
April showers weather.
Thanks, Johnny. Well, it's interesting weather today, as just the cutest little mother strun has moved into our weather pattern. Yep, it's quite an experience listening to a mother strun. Some people say when you hear a mother strun, somebody in heaven just pulled a strike. Personally, I always throw gutter balls. But make sure you stay away from trees and power lines and don't wear a metal hat, because we're about to have a thunderstorm. This is April Showers saying, this is April Showers. Thanks, April.
I mean, thanks, April. So before the lightning strikes, I gotta check the backup power. Oh, baby. This is Sayonara from
Jumpin' Johnny Bum Gel.
That's Jumble. Dig it.
Ahoy, me land jamming friends! This here's Captain Bob with a different kind of cool running. I can't get back to my beautiful home in Jamaica cause I'm stuck in this tank. No worries, man. I got me Rasta sub and me dreads swinging to the music. Look at this. here's the deal. Now I'm gonna show you 3 things. And you got to tell me what they all got in common. But you got to do it before the water runs out of my tank. Let's go, gang. We got to get jamming.
Use your eyes, use your brain before his clues go down the drain.
Like I said, we got 3 things. We got a birthday present, a window, and a safe for your money. What do they all have in common? Quick, the level's dropping. A birthday present, a window, and a safe. We're almost at the bottom, man. Do you see it now? They're all things you open. Ain't that grand? You can open a birthday present. You can open a window. And if you got the right combination, you can open a safe. Now this is fun. Next clue.
Before old Bob hits the bottom, find what these 3 got in common.
What's this now? We got a baseball, a horseshoe, and a salad. Can you figure out what ties them all together? Think hard. The water's already running away. You got a baseball, a horseshoe, and a salad. Hurry! Got drain, big luggin'. Time's up, man. They're all things you toss. Ain't that grand? You can toss a baseball. You can toss a horseshoe. And to make it real tasty, you can toss a salad. Well, that's it for today. Join me in me take next time for another round.
We have gotten Bob. Now he's jamming in his song.
Next game coming up. Greetings. Stand by for Lens McCracken.
Evening. I'm Lens McCracken, ace photo snoop. I cover the crime beat. Sure, some people say I'm the worst photographer ever and that I couldn't take a picture if it was handed to me. This is where you come in, kid. See if you can figure out what I've been snapping. Then, it's just a matter of using my sharp deductive reasoning and keen logic to solve the crime. It was a beautiful spring day when, bang, something went wrong. The farmer's cow had been stolen, and that's why, after much thought, I call this case the case of the stolen cow. Look at these 3 photos. They should bring the whole mystery into focus. Here's my first photo clue. Now, I guess I zoomed in way too close. Something about this clue is real juicy, though. What do you think, Shortcake? Zowie, this picture puzzles me to the bottom of my soul. I can't help looking at it like I'm getting the old runaround. Any ideas? Ouch, sorry, baby. But this clue is so hurtin' it needs first aid. Take a long, hard look at all of them. Well, I don't know how you're doing, but I got nothing. Let's try my trusty darkroom computer, the Solutionator. So, here's the close-up. Did you figure it out? It's a strawberry. Pretty ripe. Now, let's see the next photo. Jeez, I'd feel like a heel if I didn't get this one. It's a sneaker, of course. But I haven't cracked this case yet. This one's a little sticky. That's a Band-Aid. I think that clenches it. So, I get it. A marathon runner saw the strawberry in a strawberry patch, see? And he couldn't resist it, so he ran off the track to pick it. Following me so far? So anyways, he trips and loses his sneaker. When he gets up, he sees he's injured and in need of a Band-Aid. After administering some first aid, he's still so injured he can't walk. Follow me? So he does the obvious. He cowjacks the farmer's prize heifer for a ride. Bingo, and case closed. Hey, it's a real no-brainer. Especially when you're Lens McCracken, photo snoop.
time to put your calculation cap on and play Psycho Math. Whoa, yeah. I know I'm insane in the membrane. Okay, here's how Psycho Math works. I'm gonna show you equations, but I'll be using pictures and things, and you got to figure out what they stand for. Then you just have to do the math. Now let's start with the number of years in a millennium. Then add it to the number of legs on a flamingo. Now you divide it by the number of states that don't touch any other states. You got the answer? Okay, you take the 1,000 years in a millennium plus the 2 legs on a flamingo, and then divide it by the 2 states, Hawaii and Alaska, that don't touch any other states. And the answer is 501. That's 501. That's one mighty fine number. Hang on, because another one is coming at you. How many horns does a rhinoceros have? Plus the number that Independence Day falls on. Then take away the number of senses that humans have. Of course, I am not counting ESP. Now, what does it equal? Okay, the rhinoceros only has 1 horn. Plus 4 is the number of the 4th of July. Minus the 5 senses, see, smell, taste, touch, hear, equals 0. That's Z-E-R-O. That number has no magnitude of quantity, but I love it anyway. Okay, one more, because Prop Rocket's only one man. How many days are in 2 weeks? Then subtract the number of horns a Triceratops has, minus the number of holes in a standard bowling ball. Now, I know you can do it. Your time's up. There are 14 days in 2 weeks, minus 3 horns on a Triceratops, minus 3 holes in a bowling ball, equals 8. You got it. 8. You are great. You get it right? I know you did. Okay, that's it. I'm done with you. Professor Rocket is exhausted and has had his head exploded all night long. But that doesn't mean I won't be back, because I love Psycho Math. Professor Rocket's out of here.
Like totally Paige and Sage.
Hey guys, check it out. Here's Paige and Sage. They're like identical twins, and they even look alike. Anyway, even though they like totally look alike, if you totally scoot up to the screen real close, you'll see 10 differences on each side of the picture. Today they're at school. Think you can find the differences? Awesome. You got 60 seconds.
So clueless. Whatever.
Oh, you did? Whatever. Let's see how well you did. First of all, Paige's locker has a padlock, and Sage's is a combination lock. And their neighbors' lockers are different colors. Their school bags are different. Sage is wearing saddle shoes, and Paige has on rollerblades. The classroom numbers are reversed, and the signs? Different! The guy next to Paige is dressed way regular, and the ditz next to Sage is in swimming trunks. Fashion crisis! Inside Paige's locker is a jacket and a picture of her precious Chris. Inside Sage's is her very precious kitty. And one has more books than the other. Go figure. Look at the time. Gotta shop. It's the law. Ciao.
Greetings. Time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
Your time's up. There are 14 days and 2 weeks. Minus 3 horns on a triceratops. Minus 3 holes in a bowling ball. Equals 8. You got it. 8.
We got a baseball, a horseshoe, and a salad. You're all things you toss. Let's go, gang.
The voice box, or larynx, is located at the top of your windpipe, or trachea. As you breathe out, the air passes through the voice box and vibrates the vocal cords.
He signed a famous declaration in 1776. He flew a kite into a lightning storm to attract electricity, and his face is on the $100 bill. He's...
I'm Benjamin Franklin.